I just answered your question.
Have you ever been in Uganda?
And I answered your question that I can't go to Uganda. So how, dear viewers, commenters, how clear is my answer? I can't go to Uganda. I repeat, I can't go to Uganda.
But I asked you, but that's not the
Richie didn't ask you to justify why you cannot go to Uganda.
Yes.
It's a no or yes question. You just have to say yes or no. That's it.
So I am in control of my own answers, and my answer was very clear. Just read the comments. People know what my answer was.
You cannot comment it to us through the comment section.
So my question is, Joseph, do you go to Uganda?
Of course I do.
Yes. Okay,
yeah,
now tell me.
There,
I see you posting lovely videos about the USA. Where is the situation better? In the USA or in Uganda?
Yeah, you cannot compare Uganda to a first world country. This is a first world country.
But I think that Uganda
basically
had 40,
there's deep confusion.
And have you ever been to Dubai?
You want me to compare Uganda to the US?
I think if you are such a fan of Museveni, why don't you go back to Uganda, right? What the hell are you doing in the US? Go and meet your NRM friends. Fill your pockets in the Pearl of Africa. There is another Ugandan waiting for you. Every day, people are coming to my inbox saying, Dr. Niko, help me get out of Uganda. I don't have a job. I can't pay for school fees.
Of course, that's what
I have a family member in hospital. Just yesterday, 23 little children died on the Ugandan roads, and their 3 teachers. 26 just died. Every day, Ugandans are dying on those roads because they're not maintained by the Museveni regime and because the laws are not enforced. Because the only thing that Museveni cares about is staying in power. He doesn't give a damn about Ugandans.
Dr. Niko, listen. You have been talking, Dr. Niko, I don't have a problem with you. But Dr. Niko, you have never been in Uganda. You don't know how Uganda looks like.
I just told you that, Richie.
Yes, it's okay, but you have never been in Uganda. You don't know how it looks like.
Can we discuss politics? Because what you want to do, you want to talk about something nonsense. But look, I know what you want to do. You want to exclude me from the discussion, right? You want to exclude me from the discussion. And you know what, Richie? You are living in Netherlands, and I'm telling you, you are welcome to the discussion. When you are, for example, making a comment about the racism, right? Or making a comment about something else, are people going to ask you, are you Dutch? No, they're never asking you. Because when you are living in the Netherlands, you have a right to have an opinion.
I would still ask you, like if you're talking about Suriname or Curacao, I would still ask you, have you ever visited that country?
So yes, and I will answer that question.
In Uganda, then
I will answer that question.
We have lived in Uganda. We came out of Uganda, so we know Uganda.
But Richie, why don't you ask any real questions to me? Eh?
For example, why don't you going to ask you? But if you want me to ask you,
you could ask me.
I'm now a Dutch person.
Dr. Niko, what?
I'm a black Dutch. Now I can ask you. If you want me to ask you, I can.
You see this book? You could ask me, Dr. Niko, what's in your book? I haven't read your book.
No,
what's in your book?
If you want me to ask you, I'm gonna ask you.
You're not interested in human rights violations, right? You're not interested in human rights violations, but you are interested in my travel itinerary. Well,
I'm not interested in your travel itinerary, but I'm interested in what you're gonna say, because I don't want you to just talk.
Yeah, but you think this
book is
what
they call field work.
Do you think when I make videos about Alexandria Marinos. It's just talk.
Dr. Niko, have you ever heard of something called field work? Field work is something.
Have you ever heard of something called science?
And then you go and you observe it.
Have you ever? Do you know that I talk to more victims of human rights violations than you do?
Because you talk to liars. You talk to liars.
Doctor.
Yes. So this
is my
you talk
book,
to liars. You have never been to Uganda. Have you ever been to Uganda?
Do you know this guy here?
Dr. Niko,
yeah, you can see here. Let me show you this one here.
They put give a fuck about flat that irons book, but have you ever been to Uganda? Have you ever been on the ground?
Have you ever met Eric Wesekwa? So Richie, have you ever met him? Tell me, did you do your field work? Richie, I'm not asking you about your field work because I don't
now
like
you understand. Now you understand. You see now you understand.
I'm asking, so how many victims of human rights violations have you met? Because I want to know now about your field work.
Yes, who?
Okay, tell me, which one have you met? Alexandria Marinos. Have you ever met her? Have you ever talked to her?
Now you are listening to me because I talked about field work. Now you get it. You are now.
I am talking about research, right? And I do research.
It's not all about research. It's all about going to countries. And
have you ever talked to Kakwenza Rukirabashaya? I'm asking you, Richie, Mr. Fieldwork.
Joseph. Yes.
So now, have you done your fieldwork, Richie? You know the problem is that if you go to Kampala right now, you will not see the victims of human rights violations on the street. People get abducted. People are in hiding. So you see these Muzungu tourists going to Uganda, and they think that Uganda is not so bad. Because Ugandans are friendly, the weather is good.
Have you ever gone to Kenya?
I can't even go to Kenya. We know what happened to Kitsa.
But have you ever been there? It's not all about you can't go there.
Dr. Niko, the reason why we are asking, we are trying to establish if you have first-hand information.
I'm not going to
That's
repeat,
why he's asking if
I'm
you
saying
ever
it only
been to
once.
Uganda.
The closest
Because short of that, there's no
Morocco.
credibility in your research if you've never had first-hand information. That's why we doubt your research.
Dr. Niko,
this is interesting. So you're saying first-hand information. I'm saying Alexandria Marinos. I talked to her first-hand.
Asylum seekers, and then you think you're gonna scare them. No, we are not asylum seekers. No.
I have first-hand information.
We are not.
So Mr. Joseph is asking me about first-hand information.
You think you're gonna just talk,
and that is what I just gave you.
And then for
Alexandria
you get
Marinos,
money.
do you think she is lying? Okay. The next one, Kakwenza Rukirabashaya. First-hand.
I know him. He's my friend. Kakwenza is my friend.
Really? Because you don't sound like his friends. Because you are basically denying the human rights violations.
Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Let me show you. He's my friend.
So, Dr. Niko, another question.
Also calls
he comes from
Kakwenza his friend.
We
you
come
are
from
not a
the
real
same
friend.
village.
If you were
He's my friend.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. How many times has Kakwenza been in the torture chambers? And who abducted him?
Of course, that has happened. Bobby Wine is my friend, but I'm not just gonna talk to impress you because
he's
Bobby
not
Wine
your
is
friend.
my friend.
Yes? You are just going with what is popular. You know that Bobby Wine is popular among Ugandans.
No, we don't go like that. You have
because you have been only busy discrediting me. Richie, people are listening to what you're saying.
I've not discredited you.
Right?
I've just asked you because I don't just want
is your
you
friend.
to just come
so
and
tell
talk.
me. Okay, so if you are a real friend of Kakwenza, then tell me what happened to Kakwenza.
Kakwenza was beaten. Bobby Wine, he ran away from the country. That is it. So what do you want me to do?
No, that's not it. Kakwenza, no, you really don't have first-hand information, apparently. Kakwenza was abducted 3 times. He spent months in the basement. That is very different from beaten. Me, I even been beaten.
Yes,
I've been beaten by Titus Saruga.
And
you can't compare being beaten.
Even Bobby Wine was in the basement. You don't know.
Say it again.
You didn't know that even Bobby Wine was in the basement.
Of course I know. But why are you asking me these
questions? What are you trying to tell me?
Bobby Wine's story is in this book.
Have you ever been in Uganda or East Africa? That's what we asked you.
No. But I'm telling you, you don't have to go to Uganda to get first-hand information. You understand?
Dr. Niko.
That is what I'm saying. So let me give you some other
I have a question.
Okay, you go first.
Dr. Niko, I have a question for you. Are you a human rights activist or a political activist?
In Uganda, it's the same thing.
It's not the same thing, because if you have a party that you support and you write your research against the party that you don't support, no one is going to believe your research. Yeah, because there is conflict of interest. I would believe your research if you didn't have a political party that you support in Uganda.
Joseph, you're not going to believe
you get my standpoint. You get my standpoint.
Because you're NRM. And
you have to be
It's not the NRM.
For 20 minutes.
It's not the NRM.
And the only thing that you guys are doing is trying to discredit.
No research against believing.
However
much your research might be true. Yeah.
So Richie, let's go back to Kakwenza. Yeah, your friend. He's not your friend because you are basically lying about what happened to him. Now tell me the real story about what happened to Kakwenza.
Okay, another question, Dr. Niko. Are you a citizen of Uganda?
You're not answering my question. You want me to answer your questions, but you're not answering my questions.
I decline to answer it. Yeah, you can also decline to answer my question. No one is forcing you. But if you're free to answer my next question, I'll be glad if you did, right? So what is your citizenship? Are you Ugandan?
So, guys, is this a stupid question?
No, cause
so that is not a real question. You see?
Yeah, it's a real question.
Right? Do you think I have Ugandan citizenship? Of course not. So, do you have any other stupid questions, Joseph? Can we do all the stupid questions at once?
How can you align yourself in the politics of a country that you have no allegiance to? Does that make sense to you?
No, not at all. This
it doesn't make sense. It's like being Ugandan,
and
I'm so interested in the American scene,
you are in
American
the US,
politics.
and you might even have the US passport. You wouldn't even tell us about it.
I don't have an American passport. I am Ugandan 100%.
Yeah, and I'm saying you might be lying about it. And Richie living in the Netherlands. So why did you guys leave Uganda? Is it so good?
Still go to Uganda. I still go to Uganda.
Yeah, but you don't live in Uganda. So why don't you live in Uganda? Because
that's a very good
Uganda
question. That's what I wanted.
People.
That's what I wanted you to ask.
It is an economic factor.
I'm going to answer you
that. There's a difference between the economic factor and political factor. Yeah, you get what I'm saying, Dr. Niko? My reason is economic, not political.
Exactly. Now, and who has been in charge of economics of Uganda for 40 years?
Dr. Niko, who is this?
Yeah, I think it is a tall guy. And you know what I like about this photo, Richie? It's not in the basement.
Okay, who is this?
Yes, but you are not really helpful.
Is my friend.
Yeah?
I'm not gonna.
I mean, I could call Kakwenza right now and tell him there's this guy on this live, and he tells you that you have been beaten up 3 times, and Kakwenza will be laughing because he wasn't just beaten; he was severely abducted, severely tortured.
Bobby Wine was beaten. Me, I support Bobby Wine, and I believe in Bobby Wine.
And Bobby Wine was not just beaten; Bobby Wine was tortured. Right, there's a difference. That's why this book is called Normal
I believe in
Torture.
Bobby Wine as a person, right? Him alone, because I don't believe in the other people who are surrounding him. I believe in Bobby Wine.
Well, and you know, there are very many people like you that believe in Bobby Wine, but now because this is public and NRM people are not just listening, they're even guests.
It's not all about NRM because NRM is the one that's controlling our country.
We know how NRM is controlling,
NRM
and there are consequences.
We have a country. We have a country. We're not like Somalia. We have a country, we have an airport, we have something. So don't say NRM, whatever they are doing, maybe if it's not right, they will make it right. So don't just say NRM. No, don't talk like that because you have never been in our country. Don't even ever talk about something like that, about our country. We have a country called Uganda. Have you ever been there?
I have a Ugandan daughter.
We have Richie, a president.
You know what is said?
Who raised even Bobby Wine?
You know, Richie, you know what is said?
NRM.
That you betray your own country.
Dr. Nico, I don't want to shout with you.
And I'll repeat once more. You betray your own country.
This is my fucking country. You also betrayed your own country because you say you are Dutch, but now you want Uganda to change. You are putting on people power.
Do you know that even
and you want to change another
Ugandan?
country? But you want to change a country you have never even been to.
Museveni is a Rwandese. You think it's okay that a Rwandese governs Uganda?
I don't have proof. Do you have proof?
So,
do you have proof?
So and Mohozi, yes, he was born in
but
Tanzania.
For me, I don't have proof. I don't have proof.
So those are not real Ugandans even.
But for me, I don't have proof.
Look, Mr. Museveni, when he needed to have a position at the university, he was refused by the people in Western Uganda because he was not from that area. This is all documented, right? So Museveni is not a Ugandan. In Netherlands, by the way, that is not a problem. We have a Minister of Justice who is Turkish. Yes, that is fine. You, Richie, in my country, you could become the Minister President. Yes, and that is fine. And if you are going to make any comments about the Dutch system, then I'm not going to ask you every minute, are you Dutch? No, you have every right. But the thing is, the king, the dictatorship is stark naked. Right? And you are dependent on your income for the NRM goons. You were at the football tournaments, Eurocranes tournaments, right? And if you would speak out publicly against the NRM, it would cost you business. You know that very well. The power of the NRM is big, even here in the Netherlands. And that is why so many Ugandans are happy that I dare to speak out. And the reason why, you know why I can speak out? Because I don't have any family in Uganda. My family don't get abducted.
Are you gonna let me talk for 2 minutes? Let me tell you the history of Museveni. Museveni is the president who we wanna get rid of. He is a very smart guy. He was a vice president of Uganda. He was the minister of defense. He left all that. He went to the bush. The bush, like he had no toilet. There was nothing. He decided to go for that life. Then he came, he took over Uganda, and he became a president. When he became a president, there was no kingdomship. He brought back the kingdomship. There was no parliament, because Idi Amin had abolished the parliament. He brought back the parliament. You have never been to Uganda. You talk too much, but you have never been to East Africa. You have never been to Kenya.
But you have even forgotten who was before Museveni. Do you know who was before Museveni? Not Idi Amin. Have you forgotten about Obote? So please go that history and do it again because it's wrong.
No, there was Obote. There was Obote.
Thank you. Right. Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you this:
Museveni removed Obote.
How many presidents has Ugandans ever had? How many presidents have we ever had?
Let me tell you the democratically chosen presidents of Uganda. I am in control of my own
I'm asking
question.
how many presidents
so
have
the dictators, I know the dictators of Uganda, and I know the president.
How many presidents have we ever had?
Democratically elected president of Uganda is Kizza Besigye. Yes. And the second democratically chosen president of Uganda is Bobby Wine. People power, our power. And the dictators of Uganda were Idi Amin, Obote, and of course Yoweri Museveni. And the next one may be Muhoozi Kainerugaba.
So who was the first president of Uganda?
I don't even know who was the first. You tell me.
It's okay.
I think wasn't it the Kabaka that was the first president of Uganda? You tell me. I don't know everything about about the history of Uganda, but I know a lot.
It's okay.
Is it true? Is it true that the Kabaka was the first president of Uganda?
Yes, that's true.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So have I now passed my inburgeringsexam for Uganda?
No way, inburgering.
So for the viewers, so when you're new in Netherlands, like Richie, you have to pass an exam, right? So now Richie is taking exam with me rather than the Dutch taking an exam with him. It's fine. Okay. Other question: what is the national drink of Uganda? Huh?
What's the national drink?
Waraji, Ugandan Waraji.
Joseph from Kenya, I rest my case. I don't want to. You know.
I was trying to catch him.
I live here.
Dr. Niko.
So I don't want to challenge him.
Dr. Niko.
Yes.
He has passed everything.
Let me get my
Dr. Niko.
Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't try to rebuke your findings. Yeah, the primary reason I was asking you those questions to establish why are you so interested in the politics of a country that you don't have allegiance to.
Yes, yeah.
That's why I was asking you.
The men will take a Canberra.
Because it wouldn't make sense for me to be super intrigued by Dutch politics.
So I am connected again.
Yeah. Why are you so interested in the politics of a country that you don't have allegiance to?
Joseph, why do you keep asking the same question?
Yeah, I just want to establish.
So let me, since new people have joined, right? First of all, one, I am generally interested in human rights. Not just in Uganda, not in
that's correct.
Also
that's
in Gaza,
correct.
I have demonstrated. No, let me finish my answer. Yeah,
Dr. Niko, that's correct.
Then secondly, because of relationships, I got involved in Uganda. Yes, 2015, I met a Ugandan lady, so I've already been with Ugandans for 11 years, and I even have a Ugandan daughter. Joseph, how many children do you have? I have 4 children. One of my children is Ugandan.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you know how you
and have you noticed, Joseph, that I have 250,000 followers? Those are 250,000 people that are so happy that I speak out for them because they are afraid of speaking out, and I'm happy to do it for them.
Yeah, Dr. Niko, I'm pretty sure you're not planning to get your children live in Uganda in the future.
Now, that is also false. I want to go to Uganda as soon as possible. My dream is to have a farm in Uganda, and I am a farmer's son, right? I know how to run a farm. And we know that also in agriculture, a lot could be improved. But at this moment, first of all, it's unsafe for me to go to Uganda. Secondly, if you own land, it might just be stolen from you. Thirdly, the corruption is so huge that it is very
that's what I wanted to establish.
To run any kind of business. And fourthly, The issue is that if you have a successful business, then Mahosi and his comrades will come by and steal the business from you. That is the situation in Uganda.
All right. Yeah, that's what I always wanted to establish. Why is this gentleman so intrigued by the politics of a country that is not a citizen of, but you've elaborated your reasons, you know?
The thing is, Joseph, you don't care about your country. It's funny, not so, that a man with a white collar
you don't know me like
cares
that.
more about Uganda than you.
Dr. Niko, right? You don't know me like that.
Well, I see, and just read the comments here. Just read the comments.
You don't know me like
People
that.
People are calling you out, Mr. Joseph Bukenya.
Yeah, that's how they are. That's how they are. They are very bitter.
Supporter, a sellout.
They'll call out anybody that they believe.
And I'm happy to speak on behalf of all these people here in the comments that are telling me I'm right. I'm just reading here. Bukenya is corrupt. You are corrupt.
Yeah, there's one trait that you don't know about Ugandans, especially those in opposition. They will call out people that they think they don't believe in what they believe in. So in their sense, they think that everyone should follow a trait. Okay? Anyways, as Joseph, I'm not a political person. I'm 100% impartial. I just go with the flow. I just follow the government. And hey, listen.
100% impartial.
Yes.
You haven't said anything good about opposition yet.
Why should I?
So then you're also not impartial. So you're not impartial at all. Joseph, tell me how long. I want to know more about you, Joseph. I am sincerely interested in Ugandans.
Also I've not said anything good on government either.
That are talking NRM. So how long have you lived in US? Is my question.
Yeah, just under 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And which city are you living in?
I am in Boston.
Okay. Yes. No. I love the USA. I've been there 4 times. Yeah. And I want to go again, and definitely to Boston. For me, Boston is the Ugandan capital of the United States. I have so many friends.
Yeah, we have a very big Ugandan community.
I have many friends in Boston. Also human rights activist. And I love how the Boston chapter is standing up against the dictator.
But Dr. Niko, you live in a very civilized world where everyone is allowed to follow what they believe in. So if I don't act politics, I don't think that can be a problem to you or to anybody. So I was surprised when you called me out based on a fact that I am not a political agent.
But just read the comments. Joseph is a regime apologist. Just read the comments, Joseph. Are you blind?
Those are frustrated people, so they think they can deflect their frustration to Joseph.
You're right. They're frustrated. Ugandans are
that doesn't give them a right, Doctor.
Yes.
That doesn't give them a right.
Frustrated.
Hey, Doctor.
And you know what is sad? That you defend this evil regime.
Doctor.
And then
Doctor.
When I have a book detailing the human rights violations, you have nothing to say. You have nothing to say.
Hey, Doctor, I also get frustration sometimes. You know, we live in a very frustrating world, but I don't deflect my frustrations to other individuals. So they have no right to deflect, their frustrations to Joseph. Yeah, you can't just come out and say Joseph is NRM,
But the people in the comments are saying it.
Anyway, even though I was,
Just read the things in the comments, comrades. They're not good for you. So I also agree with them that you come to the US. Thank God for you. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
You can earn some money. I'm sure you're paying school fees for children in Uganda, right?
I wanted diversity. That's Yeah, that's a reason why I came to the US. But I still believe in my country,
for contributing
and I wish
to the US economy. In the same way, I thank Richie for contributing to the Dutch economy. We need people like Richie. Richie is working very hard. I don't know you very well, Joseph, but I know Richie is a hard worker.
Dr. Nico, moving to another country is a personal decision because God created us free, that we can move wherever we want. So I don't think I have to be confined.
And God also created us free to have an opinion on everything we want. and so I am interested in Uganda, and the only thing you've been doing is attacking me.
I am not refuting your opinion.
I came here. I heard you talking about the situation in Uganda, about Museveni. Well, the reason why I have 250,000 followers here on TikTok, and they're mostly Ugandans, is because Ugandans are tired of Museveni. They're tired.
Dr. Nico, let me tell you something.
Just this morning, I found a human rights report. Give me 30 seconds, then you go. A human rights report talking about how people are getting abducted, how there's no rule of law, right? That
Patrick
things in Uganda are going in the wrong directions, and Ugandans are tired.
Hey, Dr. Nico, let me tell you something. I actually lived a better life in Uganda than in the US. So,
Tukoye.
What does Tukoye mean?
We are tired.
Yeah, we are tired.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
people in the comments are confirming. We are tired.
Yeah, they're just frustrated. They're full of jealousy and envy.
And you know what's sad? Because you might be, in your heart, a people power supporter.
And let me tell you one more thing.
It's true,
Dr.
I don't know you that well.
Hey,
I know that if I talk to you privately, I will hear a different story. Just like Richie.
Dr. Nico, listen up. Listen up, doctor.
Let me tell you something. When I talk to Richie,
problem you don't want
personally,
to listen.
I hear a different story. Because
the problem you don't want to listen.
This is where NRM people are listening. And when you talk as a fan of Bobby Wine, there are consequences. That is why people are afraid to speak out. Even Richie here.
Hey, Dr. Nico, most people you're fighting for, they are fucking lazy. They want free things. I was born and raised in Uganda, so I had to take personal initiative. I was proactive to make my life better.
I don't like it how you insult
they should
Ugandans.
also be proactive to make their lives better. It's not politics that is going to make their lives better.
Joseph, can you please apologize to Ugandans for just insulting them like you did?
I'm not insulting them. Yeah. Most of them are fucking lazy.
Ugandans
Those people you see shouting, I hear government.
They want to make money. Right, and now because you have managed to get to US, you become arrogant, and you are even insulting your fellow Ugandans.
I don't ride on sympathy.
And at the same time selling them out. Shame on you, Joseph. Shame on you.
Dr. Nico, I don't ride on sympathies. I was born, bred, raised in Uganda. I worked my ass off to make my life better. I grew up in the same system as them. So if someone is going to crucify me for the fact that I moved to the US, let them also work their ass off, find their way out. It's not politics that is going to elevate them. That's why I don't believe in politics. I am proactive. Yeah, most of people. Let me ask you one question. Why are they? They are insulting. Are you reading their comments? They are calling me out.
Yes.
Yeah, they can't argue out things. They can't have a dialogue. They just insult. They just shout. They just insult. That's a sign of laziness, waiting for free things. I grew up
they are insulting. They're insulting you
as them.
because you are insulting them.
How?
That's
How?
why.
Calling them lazy? They are lazy.
You managed to get to
Every
the US
person who doesn't
to
want
money,
to work
and then
and thinking
you
that
go
politics
and
is going to
spread
bail them
NRM
out.
talking points here on social media. You start defending a dictator for who you are fleeing. The economic situation that you're telling us about is the result of 40 years of mismanagement, of robbing Uganda.
I'm not
that
defending
is why
anybody.
These Ugandans are insulting you.
I'm not defending anybody. I worked my ass off to make my life better. These rumpens here you see in the comment section insulting Bukenya, they want free things. In their small brains, they think that if government changes, they're gonna rob out stuff. That's why they say we have no job. And most of them, they are not qualified in anything. They just think, job.
And you know what I find so interesting about you?
What do you find interesting?
You look like Museveni.
I look like Museveni.
Insults Ugandans. This
no,
famous,
I'm just telling them the truth.
Expression of Museveni is saying that Museveni, that even a stupid can survive in Ugandan. You are exactly the same as Museveni. In the Western world, I'll tell you, no leader can insult the voters like that, because he will lose the next elections.
Hey, doctor, I'm just trying to give them a small chip of my blueprint. Okay? You have to be proactive in Uganda and make your life better. Do not expect politics to elevate you. Do you know when I last voted? Do you know when I last voted? I last voted in 2016. At that point, I realized that politics is not going to bail me out.
Of course not.
Yeah, and I looked for a solution. That's why when you asked me why did I move to the US, I told you it was an economical reason, not political. So most Ugandans confuse economical reasons and political reasons.
And in 2016, who did you vote for in those elections?
In those elections?
Yes, please.
No, I'm not ready to answer that.
Okay. But,
yeah, it was a personal vote.
Okay, so the chances are high that you voted Kitsa Besige, right? It's very traditional that young people, especially young people, support opposition. Young people are in a situation that there are no jobs, that the universities are bad. They want to change. So likely you voted Besige. But I appreciate that you didn't lie. But because that's also something you could have done. You could have lied.
I could have lied?
Yeah, you could have lied that you voted Museveni, for example.
No, I simply said I'm not comfortable telling you who I voted for.
Yes, very good, comrade. Yes.
Yeah, but the thing is, politics is not going to bail
the human
anyone out
rights
of
situation in Uganda, please, Joseph?
Huh?
How do you describe the human rights violations in Uganda?
Human rights violation?
Yeah, the human rights situation in Uganda. Yeah? Do you know, because you, in an earlier stage, you were the one saying, Niko, do you have any first-hand information? Well, I do, because I talk to these victims all the time. So I have first-hand information. And I'm just wondering, have you ever talked to any of the victims of human rights violations?
Do I have to?
No, I'm just asking you, comrades. Because
it's not my entity.
Told me
it's not my entity. I don't
information.
have.
I was the one that interviewed Kakwenza, and that testimony went to the International Criminal Court. 3 years ago, me and a group of lawyers, we have submitted the testimonies of 217 Ugandans that were the victim of human rights violations. And of those 217, I've spoken to about 70 of them, right?
Yeah, thank you for the noble work you're doing.
So since you are not talking to them, let me tell you what's happening in these torture chambers. Thank God to Mahosi is now coming out. He's just publishing from the basement. I wonder, when is he going live from the basement? Next week. Muhoozi is going live from the basement. We'll see the torture of Mwanga Chivumbi. But I already have insights from the torture chamber. So first of all, do you know that the most common language in the torture chambers is Runyankore? Do you know
I don't know that. I don't know that.
Yes, well, I'm being told about it.
Yeah,
that
glad
doesn't
you're
mean
telling me now.
that it's only about Baganda, right? Because even the Munyankole are being tortured. Even the Munyankole are suffering under this Museveni regime. Of course, the Baganda more. Yes, because Museveni hates the Baganda. Yes, but everyone is suffering in Uganda. So first of all, those victims, they are from all over Uganda. So that is the first highlight I want to give. The second highlight I want to give is, do you know how much rape is happening? And so can you imagine that this hypocrite Museveni installed the anti-gay law? Do you know that anal rape is the biggest sexual violation? So the same guy that created the anti-gay law, they go to the basement to anally abuse people power supporters. That is what is happening, and I have first-hand information.
Hey, doctor, I already established that because you elaborated a few minutes back, so you don't need to recite what you told me already. Yeah, but out of respect, I'm requesting to go to bed. It is 3:16 a.m. In Massachusetts.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. It's very early. Yeah, I will follow you, Joseph.
But
people know. I actually kind of like it to talk to NRM people because it helps me to expose them, right? And you had nothing to say.
Yeah, but
right?
I'm not NRM.
You had nothing to say. So I thank you for having nothing to say. I still wish you a good life. I know why you went to the US.
I am pro-tourism.
And I wish you the best.
Dr. Niko, try to get to know who Joseph is. I am pro-tourism and conservation. Okay, so
preservation of what?
Conservation of wildlife.
Okay, well that's good. No, I'm also for conservation of wildlife, but I'm also for conservation of Ugandan lives. You know how many Ugandans Museveni has killed? So maybe we should start protecting human life. Do you know, how about children? 2 days ago, 23 children were killed. How about preservation the lives of children, right? Museveni is indirectly responsible for those deaths, right? Because the roads are just left alone, right? The situation is so bad, and the government is responsible.
One more last word, Nico, before I go to bed. The people protecting, most of them are, like I said, are lazy. Some are thugs who are waiting for free things. They don't want to go to work. They think politics is going to bail them out. That's it.
Yes. So, Joseph, I wish you a very good night. Hopefully we'll talk in the future. Please come prepared a bit better.